Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for the 29th of May, Wednesday. Well, we're going to get into some of the markets here. Ugly action into the close today. The market drifted down. The SPY, an ugly candle here on the daily, testing that 280 support now on the SPY. So not a good day for the bulls. Kind of an engulfing candle here, and we're testing that 280 rather quickly here. The stock market reversed today. We were up higher. We came up to the 10 SMA on the daily chart on the SPY. Bulls could not take us above that, and then we peeled back from it. TLT was moving up today as bond yields dropped. Worries of economic slowdown due to the trade war concerns, and the trade war continues between China and the United States. Dow Jones down 238 points. The transports down 132. S&P down 24, and the Nasdaq was down 30. The IWM broke that 150 area that we talked about. AMD relative strength on an ugly day. AMD talked about that on the video last night. Let's go ahead and look at the heat map from FinViz. And as you can see on our heat map from FinViz, a sea of red, a little pocket of strength here in Facebook today. Facebook up 1.79%, Amazon up 0.75% today. Apple not faring as well, down a little under 0.5% for the day. Oil, some of the bigger names took a hit. ExxonMobil took a hit. Visa was up on the day, up 0.66% for Visa. So a little bit of a green on our screen, but overall the market reversed down and a lot of selling. Adobe up 1.27%. Oracle was down. Microsoft down fractionally today, as that one holds pretty strong in Microsoft. The oils, like we mentioned, took a hit. Schlumberger down another 1.35%. Halliburton got a little bit of a green spot here, and Halliburton up fractionally for the day. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming up. So you got tomorrow before the bell, you have DKS, Dick's Sporting Goods, ANF, Abercrombie and Fitch, ANF. We have a China name, PZUN, reporting tomorrow. BUA58.com reporting tomorrow before the open. Then we have Palo Alto Networks, Viva, PVH reporting after the bell tomorrow night. And as you can see, the Dollar Tree, the dollar stores will be reporting, Canadian Solar, etc., etc., and Costco, Zscaler, Okta, some of the software names. We did have Okta come out with earnings after the bell tonight. WDAY, Neo reported this morning, and Momo, a China name, also reported this morning. For calendar of events for Wednesday, we get at 7 o'clock the NBA mortgage applications coming out. 10 o'clock Richmond Fed. API crude oil comes out at 4:30 tomorrow. Don't forget, you get your EIA petroleum numbers. They'll be coming out at 11 o'clock on Thursday due to the holiday on Monday. This courtesy of the Trade Exchange calendar. All right, so we had the VIX popping up today. Now we have a 17 handle on the VIX. Like I said, if we start breaking above 20 on the VIX, all right, then we really have to start getting nervous, and maybe even 25. Normally, the VIX travels in a range between 15 and 20. So in that range, we are still in. But if we start taking out 20, 25 area, then we could see some real volatility in the markets. REMX. Now, this is the ETF we've been talking about on the video, the Rare Earth Strategic Metals ETF, as China threatens rare earths. They sell them to the United States. They're used in technology and laptops and chips and things like that. So more volume coming into REMX today. That was up 1% on the day for REMX. TAN, the solar space, was up today, continuing to move up 1.14% for the day. Oil gained a little bit, but still around under that $60 a barrel level at 59.14 was your closing price. Folks were worried about the bond yield moving down so much today. The TLT was up quite a bit today, driving the bond yield down. As the TLT moves up, the bond yield moves down. So slowdown in the economy were the worries. Now, KWEB actually green for the day. The China internet stocks. So KWEB, still ugly on the daily chart here, still below the 5 EMA and all the momentum moving averages on KWEB. FXI was up 0.5% for the day, but once again, still below all the momentum moving averages there. To the downside, as you can imagine, we had a lot of things. I'm surprised that gold, JNUG, just not participating today. Gold couldn't get going. So all those, flight to safety in gold is just not happening right now. The IBB, that could not get above the 20 SMA on our daily chart the last few days. We still have that 101 area, $100 area. The IWM broke that 150 area that we spoke about yesterday over the weekend. We do have a low here of 148.58, so that's going to be watched. If we break that, we could see 145 on the IWM, so pay attention to that. On that, the SMH also breaking lower here, back below 100, holding below 100, below the 200 SMA, the green moving average you see here. So not pretty for the SMH. But as we mentioned, AMD very strong today. We talked about this on the video last night, and now we're coming up to that $30 area again for AMD. So AMD relative strength as we discussed in the semis, and a nice push up, and 146 million shares came into AMD today on this move up. Will be watched tomorrow again on AMD. Let's go ahead and look at the sector performance. A lot of red on the screen, really nothing for the bulls to hang their hat on. A lot of 1% moves down here, so I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Even the XLU was down today. Even with the bond yields moving down, they sold off the XLU down 1.64%. Some of your best stocks, worst stocks, so we'll just do the top few here. PLAN, had earnings today come out. That stock up 18%. SEAS, I believe they had earnings today. Earnings gapper today up over 17%. AMD, as we said, very strong today, up almost 10% on the day. Beyond Meat also climbing today. That stock up almost 8%. Momo after their earnings. This stock up 5% on the day on MOMO. ARWR climbed another 4% today. GRVY never goes down on this stock. Only 81,000 shares. It's like a little private party here. 81,000 shares in GRVI, but the stock moving up almost 4% on the day. Some of the smaller stocks, SOLY had news this morning. We grabbed some of this at $10. Now, I wish I could tell you we got all the way up to 15, and in after hours, this thing is trading at $22 as we speak. So the shorts are just getting annihilated in the stock. We traded it up over $10. I think I made about $1.50 on it, and this thing is really trouncing the shorts in the after hours tonight. So that stock was up for the day, up 148%, and now it's doubled that almost. Continuing on, RGSE was up 31% for the day on that one. Real good solar. We had SUNW climbing today, up 18%. MTFB was moving up today, up 15%. SESN was very strong today, up 12%. Let's see, ATIS moving up today, up almost 9%. Best was climbing up 8%. WKHS, that stock moving up 8%. And PRPO climbing today, up a little under 8% or around 8%. Over in the marijuana space, a change today. TRPX moved up 8% on the day on TRPX. Looks like that one had been getting smashed. A little bit of a dead cat bounce there. NEPT up over about 5% on the day. We talked about this one on the video last night. It's a cannabis name out of Quebec, Canada. Hexo was up 4% on the day. To the downside in this department, you had YGYI down about 5%. Philip Morris, Altria Group, got hit today as less people are smoking cigarettes. That is a part of the MJ ETF, by the way. Speaking of the MJ ETF, just kind of hung around that $33 spot on MJ. Some low price stocks, like we said. Let's see. Low float top gainers for today. This SOLY GTXI was up 8% on the day. It had popped up, but topping tail here at 125 volume, 1.3 million on that one. FSI, a big push up on that one, up about 3% on the day. IMMR trying to come up off the bottom here, a little under a million shares in that. So that's some of the action from today in your IPOs. Like we said, solely again. OPRA was getting a good pop today. OPRA, I believe they're the browser Opera. So 434,000 shares came into this OPRA in the IPO sector. Let's see if we had anything else that I wanted to go over. Nope, I think that's it for my list there. Let's go ahead and look at some of the news that came out courtesy of the Trade Exchange. I'll bring that news box into the shot for you. Really fast news service. You should check it out. Reasonably priced. If you don't need a lot of bells and whistles, if you're just looking for audio news, a squawk box throughout the day, they're definitely something you should look into. And like I said, real reasonable price on this one. So let's go ahead and see what news we got after the market closed tonight. And market closed, and we got the Workday with their earnings. So they popped this one up. They beat by 2 cents, revenue beat. They also came out with comments. Workday boosts full year subscription revenue forecast. So they popped it up. They had their conference call at around 4:30, and then just maybe a little bit of profit taking going on here. And with the weakness in the market, all pops are being sold into right now. So Workday did move up, but pulling back at the moment. Plug volume pop talk won a deal to power street scooter delivery vans on PLUG. Now, I talked about this one on the video. I think your best bet if you want to try trading this thing. Now, this video is for educational purposes only, but if we did talk about it yesterday on last night's video, if you want to do a swing in this name, I think that's your best bet, all right? And then you're kind of playing up against the 50 SMA here. If it breaks that, you'd probably get out. Anyway, they had some news after the bell on Plug, so keep it on watch if you like it. Let's see, what other news did we get out after the bell tonight? FEYE also lowering guidance here. FEYE, that's over in the cybersecurity sector. We also had Eno filed has received notification that AstraZeneca intends to discontinue activities with respect to research and collaboration on INO. So that stock moving down in the after hours tonight. Let's see if there was anything else that stands out. We had Hexo announces acquisition of securities of Newstrike brands for Hexo in the cannabis space, holding above $7 in the after hours. Neo was downgraded underperform at Bank America, NIO. So Neo just kind of hanging around that $4 level. They had earnings today. They got a pop from earnings, but once again, that was quickly sold off, and then it just kind of hung around $4. BDSI up in the after hours on completion of debt refinancing. BDSI. So that stock popped a little bit after hours. SE. This is a shipper, had earnings after the bell tonight. Let's check it out. Not a lot of volume in this thing. As you can see, it's kind of a barcode chart there. And let's see, NEO also had news to receive 1.5 billion state investment as EV subsidies fade. So that additional news out on NEO, not really moving the stock. All right. So once again, this news courtesy of the Trading Exchange, audio news throughout the day. Teva got hit today, one of the worst stocks of the day here, down over 12%. Big volume selling coming into Teva. They had to pay out $85 million to one of the states for opioids, I believe, and also price fixing. So Teva taking a big hit here on this name. I think they have to pay out for a few other states. Other stocks that were down today, we had NTNX over in the software space, so that one getting hit 10% today. Crocs moving down. Roku got downgraded by Stevens today. That stock dropping 7% on the day. Over in some of the smaller stocks to the downside, NNA down 13%. ROAN was down 12%. Riot, I thought Riot was going to do something today, but all the crypto stocks, nothing going on in these crypto stocks today. Mara didn't do anything. Riot, NTXD didn't do anything. ZYNE also dropping 8% on the day. RBZ got hit today, down 7% on that name. Watt also moving down today about 7%, WATT. So that's some of worst stocks for the day. Let's get into that watch list. Don't want to keep you too long tonight. By the way, if this video is helping you out, please hit the like button down below this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and we'd greatly appreciate it. Help our channel to grow. So as I said, AMD popping. We talked about it on the video last night. So a nice pop. We'll watch this one. Maybe we'll get a pullback entry on AMD. Another name we'll be watching, AVDL. This stock, 1.1 million shares came into AVDL, a biotech name, trying to get up over that 100 SMA. Keep it on watch for tomorrow. Might want to make a continuation move. Best was on our one of our best stocks watch list for today, up 8%. Has that $5 area, 2 million shares. It's a trucking company. Keep that one on watch. BIOC needs to get back above that 200 SMA, declining 200 SMA, that 175 spot. We actually traded this morning in the service at Zozo StockWatch. We got a nice percentage move out of it. BIOC. Facebook was relative strength today, holding that 50 SMA. You see, you've held it a few times. That 180 area. If they can get it back above this 185 area on Facebook, might be one to keep an eye on. Let's see. LK, recent IPO, the Starbucks of China, has this 1635 number up ahead. Maybe if it can clear that, you might get a push in LK. OTLK battling with that $3 area, as you can see on the intraday chart. It did gain some momentum early in the session, popped up, gave it back. So still basing below this $3 area on OTLK. Plan might be one to watch if we can get a little bit of a pullback. This one had good earnings this morning. Over 9 million shares came into PLNA. Earnings gap up here. So keep it on watch tomorrow for an intraday setup, or you might want to watch it for a swing trade on pullbacks. PRPO. This one trying to get back above the 10 SMA here on PRPO. So maybe if it can get back above this 650 area. It recently did a 1 for 15 reverse split. Did that back on April 29th on that name. QTNT also moving up today on this name. Has that 1050 area up ahead. So keep an eye on QTNT. Maybe this one wants to make a move. Volume 1.4 million on QTNT. So that'll be on watch. I was going to say watch a solo tomorrow. Not solo, sorry, Soli. But that is up at $22 a share now. So I think it's a bit stretched. Like I said, we traded this at Zozo Stockwatch today over the $10 break. We got a nice move out of it. Never expecting it to do this in the after hours. So SUNW had a nice day today, bouncing off the 100 SMA. 3 million shares came into SUNW, so we'll have it on watch. Upland, UPLD, another one in the software application space, coming up to that $50 number again. Had a strong day, relative strength. Volume on this name, only 455,000 shares, though, so that's a little bit of an issue. WKHS, this one holding up in the after hours tonight. Full disclosure, we have a swing trade going on in this name. WKHS needs to get up over the highs today. Let's see, we had a high of 180, so we'd like it to clear that 180 spot, and then after that we have a 185. So over 4 million shares, almost 5 million shares. WKHS kind of held up well today, up 8% on the day. And VSLR, it's kind of in this consolidation here. If the solars are going to continue to run, we got this pullback to the 10 SMA here on VSLR, so keep that one on watch. The other one I wanted to show you was SE. Now this one gapped up on earnings. So now it's pulling back to about the gap up area here and to the 5 EMA on SE. So keep it on watch. Maybe it doesn't do anything tomorrow, or maybe it pulls back further. So it's showed good strength after their earnings. So keep it on watch. Maybe a possible swing trade on a pullback. Would like it actually to pull back maybe to the 10 SMA here around $27.50, $28 on SE. So that'll be on watch. All right, folks. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. If you'd like to try my service, it's $30 for your first 30 days. Then after that, we charge $189 for, you can go quarterly, which works out to about $63 per month, or you can go monthly, which is about 84 and change per month. I recommend the quarterly. You save yourself some money. We have news which is pumped into my service all day long through the trade exchange. We also share our screens with you, which shows you our TI scans, trade ideas scans throughout the day. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Have a great day trading tomorrow. We're back at it with another video tomorrow night.